time. Boston got 33 points from Kyrie Irving in last night's loss at home to the Clippers, but on the defensive side, they gave up 129 points. Wow, the most they've given up all season. The Celtics have lost 4 out of their last 5 games and 9 of their last 15. Not so good. They now trail the Raptors by 2 games in the East. So, Chris, are you surprised the Celtics have struggled like this?
Well, look, being fair, we have to talk about Marcus Smart being out with injury. He's missed the last 11 games, and he appears to be the one guy they can't do without. Their record is better without Kyrie Irving, without Al Horford, their 2 All-Stars, than it is without Marcus Smart because he's so important to their defense. It's no coincidence that the last 2 games without Smart, they gave up a season-high 121 to the Cavs and a season-high 129 last night to the Clippers. So we have to put that out there first. All that said, I never bought into the notion of the Celtics being a great team, a championship contending team. They're a very good team. They're a solid team. They're a little better than they were last year. But they're not in the league of the Clevelands, the Houstons, the Golden States. They're just not. I think Toronto is even better than them. And so what I'm seeing now, they lost 4 or 5. Obviously, they're not that bad. But they're closer to the team that has been 18 and 15 over the last 2 months than they are to that team that started 22 and 4. A big part of their problem is they are counting on 2 of their best 4 players are young. And it's great for them in the future. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I love them. I think both could be stars. But right now, Tatum as a rookie, 19 years old, whatever he is, 20 years old, and Jaylen Brown just in his second year, his first year of really playing big minutes, Tatum's hit a wall. First 2 months, he was one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Now he's 33% over the last month and a half. It happens to rookies, especially a rookie playing on a team that's trying to win a conference title. So I get it.
And hadn't played that many games in college, you know what I mean, compared to when you got the grind.
That's essentially when he went down after the college season ended, the 35 games or whatever it is. So, look, they're a pretty good team. They got work to do. Look at all the elites. Golden State's got 4 stars. Cleveland's got 2. One of them being the best player in the world. Houston's got 2 future Hall of Famers. I mean, the elite teams have a number of stars. Boston's got 1. That's it. 1. And they're doing a good job for what they are, but they're not a contender. This is who they are.
I agree with you that they have taken a little slide back.
A little?
Yes. But I'm not surprised that they're struggling right now, but I'm not sounding the alarm on the Boston Celtics. I actually think that they've outperformed what everybody's expectations were at the beginning of the season and even now. Yes, they're going through a lull, but it's clearly because of their fatigue. You mentioned it, the young guys hitting a wall. It's real. You get tired when you haven't played this amount of games in college and you get to the pros and you're playing every other night, back-to-back games. It wears on you. You're traveling from East Coast to West Coast. That all builds up and that adds to what you're going to produce night in and night out. But I like the makeup of this team. I like the fact that they don't have a bunch of superstars. You have Kyrie Irving.
Just give us 2.
You don't know. Why? When you have a great head coach, what 2 superstars did they have last year?
And they weren't a contender last year.
One superstar did they have last year?
Lost in the first round.
I understand that.
So what are you holding them to? What standard?
No, what I'm saying is sometimes you don't always have to have what everybody thinks you have to have. You can win with pieces that get along off the court and that make sure that they gel on the court. And because of the effectiveness of Brad Stevens, his ability to coach these young guys and to elevate their level of play,
Greg, win what? Hold on, wait a minute. 50 games? Okay.
Yes.
What about the playoffs? People are thinking they can win the East.
They definitely still have to win in the playoffs, but you got Gordon Hayward who we haven't even seen him with this team yet.
But Greg,
so you're saying they don't have 2 stars. Gordon Hayward is all of a sudden he's not a star now?
I'm talking about this team that's on the court right now, and I'm also talking about contending for the conference championship. Are you saying they can win 50 games? They can win 55 games. They can be the number one
in
seed.
that bad East,
can they win the
can
East?
win
No.
50 games.
You can blame it on the bad East, and there's no competition all you want. They will be there at the end of the season. They will be one of the teams.
Where?
Be in the playoffs.
In the second round.
They will be in the playoffs, and they will fight for.
Half the league makes the playoffs.
I mean, I'm sold on
mess with Cleveland. They gonna mess with Cleveland.
No, not now. Not now, but before the trades, absolutely.
The Cavs were a mess.
Exactly.
But my point, not because they were so great, Boston.
But Boston played way over its head to start the season. And you know, you lose Hayward in the first quarter of the first game.
Why can't they just be a good team
because
that's struggling right now?
But that's not how it is in the NBA. No matter what Brad Stevens, you could say he's the best tactician and come up with everything. In this league, it's about the players. The NBA is what? A players' league. I'm sorry. You give Phil Jackson the New Jersey Nets of old and give him that team. Phil Jackson ain't winning no championship. I don't care what plays he draws up or what he does. So you can say it's all about Brad. No, it's not. They don't have enough. They are who we thought they were, coming, especially after they lost Hayward. They were never, Greg, going to win the East. That doesn't mean that they can't be a decent team, win 50 games, make it to the playoffs, push back a little bit, but they were never going to win. That's not. And Kyrie's done an unbelievable job to go on your own, leave LeBron, put the burden on himself, and he's played through it. Look, I give him credit for that.
This is a team, and I'm not predicting this because they are one of the better teams in the East. I wouldn't be shocked if a Milwaukee took them out in the playoffs. They could be upset by one of these lower-rung Eastern Conference playoff teams. You don't think that's possible?
No, I think it's possible because I mean, in the first segment today, anything is possible.
Nothing is guaranteed. Anything can happen, but do you think it's a likelihood or a good chance that a Milwaukee or somebody like that could beat Boston?
I mean, I think it's possible, but I don't think it's. I would give you your percentages again. I'm like 89% sure Boston would get out of that.
Let me throw this out here, because look. From a personal standpoint, we know Kyrie wasn't happy playing in Cleveland with LeBron. He wasn't happy with standing in the corner waiting for LeBron to pass him the ball so he could shoot. So from a personal standpoint and all that, this has clearly worked out for Kyrie, and he is in the MVP conversation. He won't win it, but he might get some votes.
He's played well.
Yeah, but there's no question in my mind, at least, if we're talking about the chance to win championships, if we're talking about being able to showcase yourself on the big stage of the NBA Finals, the conference finals, you don't think he would have been better off staying in Cleveland?
No. I love what he did.
Taking out just the personal
to answer
this, because that's most
you
important.
said if it's about championships,
yeah,
he would have been better suited to stay in Cleveland.
No, but I think Kyrie's change of heart with the whole thing is that why not? He's so anti-AAU, which is the ganging up and getting all these guys to try to win. You just talked about winning a different way. Mm-hmm. I think I always looked at Kobe that way. Kobe won 3 championships with Shaq. Shaq was the best player on the team. And I think Kobe even realized I'll never get my real due unless I'm that guy, and putting yourself. So while right now you might look and say he's not going to get to the championship and he would have had a better road with the Cavs, that doesn't mean that 2 or 3 years from now he can't build his own thing and want to be on that stage and try to win, but he's leading the way. That's why I love what Kyrie did. I understand it. He doesn't want to be in LeBron's shadow. He don't want to be little brother. He doesn't want to be dumped on because LeBron James is in a bad mood all the time. So I respect the guy who's willing to walk on his own and be the guy who has to stand up front.
I respect it.
I do.
I respect it. But to your question, would he be better suited to win championships in Cleveland or where he is now? It's Cleveland, obviously, playing alongside LeBron James. Come on, Rob.
But wait a minute.
But I don't think that's what Kyrie is all about. I honestly don't.
Who won Kyrie?
But other players get killed. If Russell Westbrook, if somebody sits here and say Russell Westbrook ain't about trying to win championships, he's just about having fun and about getting triple doubles,
Chris, what's
he's
the
gonna
difference?
get killed.
The difference between Westbrook and Kyrie, what's the difference? Kyrie has a championship.
Exactly. LeBron, okay,
no, but he has one.
Okay, so now you don't play for him?
That's not what I'm saying.
It's not that he's not playing for one,
but there's no pressure like.
In his mind, it's like, okay, I have one. So I've reached the pinnacle. So now I can do what I want to do.
And he wasn't just there for the ride.
No,
he made the big shot. He played great, right?
Absolutely.
So he won a championship. Now, if he goes out, he walked away from LeBron, right? And he wins a championship in Boston. Where is his legacy?
You think they're gonna win a championship?
I'm just saying.
I don't think this is a core.
4 years from now, I'm talking about maybe 4 years from now. Say he wins a championship. How would you look at Kyrie Irving?
It would look great. It would look great.
He would be elevated.
And again, I don't begrudge Kyrie at all for what he did because it's worked out terrifically for him. And Cleveland wouldn't have been a favorite anyway. If they would have just kept the same team, they weren't winning a championship. They were getting to the finals. But if you would have kept,
you're going to get the same result.
Well, if you would have kept the big three, Love and LeBron and Kyrie, and added a few of these guys or something like them that you just added, where you have the athleticism to defend the Golden State, then I think they may have been able to win a championship. So, that's all I'm just throwing it out there as a discussion.
To itself, I don't know. LeBron's been to 8. He's lost 5. He's the finals failure of all time. So maybe he's just decided that.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Kill LeBron James.
I'm not killing LeBron.
If LeBron goes to the Lakers next year by himself, Paul George stays in Oklahoma, LeBron just wants to be in L.A., wants to have fun. He's got 3 rings. Would you say, hey, he doesn't need any more. He's comfortable. He doesn't need to play for rings. Or would you kill him? He's not a winner. He doesn't want to compete. He just wants to lay in the sunshine.
It would be different. The narrative would be different because we know what LeBron is chasing. We know what he's chasing.
So what's Kyrie chasing?
I'm not saying he's not chasing championships, but he hasn't let it be known, I'm going to Boston because I want to win. I want to win championships. No, LeBron would be going somewhere because he wants to win.
And LeBron ain't going nowhere by himself.
No.
So that would not, you know that. Ain't no way, no how is he going to L.A. by himself to sit in the sun.
If
you can't take down Golden State by yourself.
Hey.
No, that's what I'm saying. He might just peace for himself. The inner peace, the happiness, and all that.
Stop.
All right, see, double standard. Usually it's a double standard up in this piece.
But this piece.
He can have more Zen moments now that he has a team that's constructed the right way around him.
Okay. All right. The Cavs, speaking of them, they might have made a decision that they could regret. Who did they pass on that might come back and haunt